Empire.
God, I go to church. I hope the devil don't come take me first. My whole life trying to shake this curse. My bitch is bad, my niggas worse. I pray to God, I go to church. I hope the feds don't come get me first. I hit the block, I go berserk. Ain't got no 9 to 5, but I got that work. When I was 6, my daddy died, and that shit still hurt. Try to get the drop and I'ma kill you first. All that shit that you was poppin', that's gon' get you murked. Only free riding, getting this up in that hurt. Nothing changed, been the same since my day of birth. Triple up my worth, that Mercedes skirt, that create burst. Hollow tip disperse, have you running, ducking like you snatched some lady's purse. Pull up to the club, chain swinging on my shirt. DJ play my song, watch them bitches twerk. I be packing, trapping, stacking, racking every cent. Got my first pack and I've been hustling ever since. Pockets full of mints, your pockets full of lint. All your money spent, I'm too legit to quit. You know I punch that clock, work that block, hit that strip. Back to the wall, I'ma take that risk. No hands out, I'ma take that shit. I pray to God, I go to church. I hope the devil don't come take me first. My whole life trying to shake this curse. My bitch is bad, my niggas worse. I pray to God, I go to church. I hope the feds don't come get me first. I hit the block, I go berserk. Ain't got no 9 to 5, but I got that work. You know cash rules, flash jewels, some bad bitches with tattoos try to fade me, I got bad news. 40 count and I pack 2. Back down or I'll clap you. Got my young bloods and they blast too. Leave you stiffer than a statue. Try to run and they catch you. Got whatever, I'll match you. Once I get this on, I'ma drop the bomb. No false alarm when I crash through. I cruise the blocks and them avenues. Money, weed, and mishap you. Gun on me when I travel, put you underneath for that gravel. See, I stay low, stay cold. Been this way since today old. Fresh clothes, nah, I don't like no stank hoes. Front on me, I don't think so. Roll around in my Jeep slow. And we got that for cheap, bro. Got your girl with a cheap though. Hit me up on the creep though. Pussy rappers on leak mode. Beat it up was on beast mode. Sucker free, yeah, that G code. Started out with just 0. A hustler's dream is a kilo. Don't slip in that Rico, or your ass will be finito. I pray to God, I go to church. I hope the devil don't come take me first. My whole life trying to shake this curse. My bitch is bad, my niggas worse. I pray to God, I go to church. I hope the feds don't come get me first. I hit the block, I go berserk. Ain't got no 9 to 5, but I got that work.
Ross is my name.
Peso Picasso, Peso LaBerre, whatever you want to call it.
Perfect. Perfect.
Hey.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Hey. I'm on this shit that they not on. They say let bygones be bygones. Grip on the net like a python. Jump out the top like I'm Zion. I want the realest face, no caption. Need a little bitch in the fashion. She bust it back like we crashing. I tell my shit, I'm about action. Hop in the studio, turn to assassin. I'm about dose, no time for distraction. Can you imagine? Beamer to Aston. Ha, past them, I'm in the league of my own. Like mobile, I guess I'm myself. They like, so what you own? I'm working for generation wealth. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. Ay, 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the papon. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. You niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the papon. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta sit back, enjoy life, cause you don't know how long you gonna be here. Hey, I'm in the league of my own. I might just go play for myself. All of the shit that you own, your dollars ain't making no sense. Don't act like you knew me, that's pretense. To that little bitch to the deep end, she wanna slide for the weekend. Do say got me tweaking. New as a young and I've been up to something. Not everybody cousins, but I'm on the block like I'm drumming. I got the drip like I'm gonna. I'll make a winner. I'ma hit it 4 times. You can call me stunner. They say you too smooth, boy, slid out the gutter, but still in the cut, so you could get cut up. Still in the cut, so you could get cut up. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. Ay, 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the papon. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. You niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the papon. Ay, nigga, I'm stone.
Picasso, Piss of the Bird, whatever you want to call it. I sick of class, started making classics.
Ross is my name.
Hitting home runs, walking through the bases. Haters can't take it cause they know I'm about to make it. Had this feeling every time, ever since I was a kid. Plans to get cake, can't wait on birthdays. People on the grind, gotta eat both ways. If I don't make it, I be gone to November. Cook it for your soul like grandma Sunday dinners. Room full of winners, wait, it's just me. Rappers are pretenders, they not what they seem. I be back chillin', relaxing with my team. If it's not beneficial or it ain't about the cream, yo, I leave. keep on living and let the past die. Nowadays, music is stuck like they don't try. Give me the tools, I dissect them like a frog. I'm too ill, I came to kill it will. I'm tired of all these rappers trying to rap all complex. On world star claiming that they got next. All up on they vids talking about their lyricists. So stop it if you wanna try now. Cause I got a 16 that will end your whole career now. With a label or independent, I'm known to be self-sufficient. I move with a daily rhythm, I see you with my inner vision. Now what you talking about that I ain't hiding now? I put the flame to the street to burn the block down. Because styles upon styles upon styles is what I have. Rest in peace, Fife, and what up to the abstract. Shout out Ali and Jerobi. I speak in native tongue even if they don't know me. Growing out my hair like young Kobe. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Tito not Toby. You know me, I'm hip-hop to the roots, and this could be a moment of truth. Guru.
Promise?
Promise. Yeah.
Okay.
SXOS is my name.
Fuck going on, there's a whole lot of ice shit going on.
Gang, man, gang. 20 gang, 20 gang. If it ain't 20 gang, it ain't nothing.
Underdogs winning. What the fuck they talking? Hey,
if it ain't 20 gang, it ain't winning, man.
Underdogs winning.
Ooh, it's true. Gas all I smoke, backwards what I roll. 45 on my side, devil on my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't ever say no. Gas all I smoke, backwards where I roll. 45 on my side, devil on my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't ever say no. I get fly for no reason, never I commit treason. Fuck the bitch that I'm leaving, already I'm bleeding. Ooh, dropped out, I ain't stay in school. Make mines, had to break the rules. Fast cars and fancy jewels, front on me, you gon' make the news. That's a bet for show that, just letting you know that. I be low where your hoe at, show me where the dough at. I roll around, I hold it down to the ground. I run the town, go 100 miles, got 100 styles. Be running wild while the money pile. Gas all I smoke, backwards what I roll. 45 on my side, devil on my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't ever say no. Gas all I smoke, backwards where I roll. 45 on my side, devil on my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't ever say no. I'm sauced up, I'm drippin', I'm bossed up, I'm pimpin'. I'm double cuppin', I'm sippin'. Them niggas hatin' and trippin'. I'm taking all of they bitches, I'm making all of my riches. I handle all of my business, then peel off with the quickness. Lord, can I get a witness? Buy everything expensive, it's food for thought for them dishes. Be careful with your wishes, you never know how far I go. Hold tight, won't let it go. No one else got a better flow, get better, and better. Gas all I smoke, backwards where I roll. 45 on my side, devil on my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't ever say no. Gas all I smoke, backwards where I roll. 45 on my side, devil on my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't ever say no.
What's going on, everybody? Easter Sunday. Let me pull the mic up. What is up? Everybody thought I wasn't going to do one today. I'm doing it on Easter and had a terrible Easter Sunday. Still going to do this damn show. Too much to talk about. What's going on, Mo family? I see you. Let me get a roll call. Joe, I see you in there. I gotta put you in there. Alchemy. My man is right on time. And I got a little wine. I ain't got nothing else, man. It's terrible, too. I think it's Moscato. I don't drink Moscato, man. You know other people. I filled it with ice and stuff because I just hate wine. I'm not that type of drinker. So, Alchemy, ignore social media. Nikki Tennant, what's going on? I did say Joe. Who else I see? Gita Soldier, Chelsea's World. Who else? Andrea Mitchell. I like to try to get everybody in there, okay? I know it's somebody. Paulio. I'm bad with names. Just forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Paulio. I just like that. It just sounds good. My man. How is everybody doing? Man. Wow. Yes. We're going to talk about it. I don't even have damn topics today. Because wow. Okay. I got it all out the way. So I'm just going to start with, had a hell of a Sunday. Okay. Terrible for me. I almost didn't do the show today. Be honest. I got the holiday going on. You got family. You got all types of things going on. I had a get together. Shout out my brother, sister-in-law. All the kids came over. Had a great time yesterday. It was beautiful. Okay. You got things going on. Today was not so good. But good news coming out for some people. But this may be bad for some. NickMoses05. Shout out, fam. MoFam in the... Hold up. I got you a bomb. I got you, man. I wasn't gonna let you slip without a bomb. Let's go. So, anyways, have you ever just drove down the street and had a tire go flat on you and it sucks? Yes, I know. It happened to me, okay? Go to change the tire and guess what? Yes, if you have certain Hyundais, yes, guess what? They don't have spares, okay? So you don't got a spare. You go through all this crap. I was going to take the tire off and go here and go there. And before you know it, got another flat. The damn stem comes out on the other tire. This is not made up. This is true. This is what happened. So go to put air in the tire. Bam! Damn stem flies off right past my face. Don't know. Another flat tire. Thank God you pay for AAA. That's what you pay for. They were able to put the donut for that vehicle. Got the car back. Everything's closed on Easter Sunday. Yes, everybody. Even Pep Boys closed early. Damn you, Pep Boys. Damn you, Pep Boys. You were going to save the day. And you screwed it up. Okay? So nonetheless, off of that. Amazing news for some people, terrible news for some people, and we just going to dive right into it. I'm going to be taking calls early today, too. So let me just make sure I got Skype pulled up, because a lot of times I don't have all the stuff pulled up. As I'm looking now, I don't. You know what I mean? It's a good thing I look. But I'm going to be taking calls early today, and the reason I'm going to be taking calls early today is because we got to talk about this. Everybody has been talking about this day for I don't know how long. How many podcasts have I done when it's been mentioned about this? And we're going to talk about Scotty Parker. Yeah, the good old American-made car, man. You know how to say it, man. Oh, my goodness. It's such a terrible thing to go through, but nonetheless, you go through it, But let's get to the stuff everybody here for. I know what you guys are here for. I need to just cut to the chase. Okay, enough about me and my terrible day. But guess what? The tow truck driver, I told him, I'm not doing the show today. I'm not doing a podcast, okay? Not doing it. Tow truck driver said, man, if you don't do that damn podcast, I had to jump on, okay? So I'm going to give a quick rundown, and I'm getting straight to calls. I want to find out more about this. I want you guys to tune in and get all the information about it. But I'm just going to specify what I know. Okay. Now, from what I know, SXOS 3.1.0 has now been cracked to the point where it is working with all features and working on the latest firmware for Nintendo Switch. Is this correct? Can I see what's going on in the chat? Is this correct? SXOS, from what I'm hearing. Now, some people may be new to this, okay? But I know I was getting messages left and right. People were sending me direct files, man. What do you... Okay, I'm getting direct files. Okay, they're like, this is how it works. I said, ho, ho, ho. Y'all know me. Okay, I'm a guy that's been, when I first was doing Nintendo Switch videos, it was a SXOS, okay? I was representing. And now this day has come. The day. All right. So, now, let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. Does it really work? Anybody out there in the chat, has anyone tried this and has anyone confirmed it? Because I can tell you, by what I'm seeing, by what I'm hearing, by the files I'm being sent, and by everything I'm hearing, it is fully supported with the latest firmware on Nintendo Switch. This is a breakthrough. If so, can anyone confirm? Bam! Joe with the link. My man Joe. Shout out to Joe. Joe dropped the link. Okay. He say it's right there. It's out there. Raw XCI is working. So, those... Hey, hold up, Joe, and everybody listening. So, can you tell me if the hard drives are working, guys? That's what it's all about. Because that's what everybody wants, right? That's what everybody's asking for. Does XCI loading work from the hard drive? Because that's what everybody wants to know. If I'm going to switch, if I'm an Atmosphere user, you know what? Let's talk right now, Atmosphere users. Hey, let's talk. Okay. Atmosphere users, every single user who uses Atmosphere primarily as your CFW of choice. Okay. And if you don't know, that's custom firmware. You know what I mean? So some people probably don't, but nonetheless, you get to choose now between SXOS cracked, or you get to choose between Atmosphere. Do you stay true to Atmosphere? Do you switch to SXOS? Because if you're an Atmosphere user and you're switching to SXOS, it's free now. The complaint was, I'm not paying for it. So let's just say it is cracked, okay? And I want to tell you guys right now, all right? I like to report the news. Just think of it from my perspective. And I'm going to get back to Atmosphere use, but think about it from my perspective. I rock with Team Executor. I rock with them. Heavy. Okay? Y'all don't see me. If you guys were me, if you were NickMoses05 in my shoes, when all that information was sent to you, when all that data was sent to you, when everything was sent to you, what would you do? Would you immediately put up a video, or would you reach out to someone who speaks with Team Executor? Okay? I think I did the right thing by reaching out to someone at Team Executor who has confirmed, like, hey, I don't know all about it. I need to get more specifics. I see my man in it. Look, I need to leave this chat. Hey, I'm off. That's the reason why I have family here. I'm not doing anything. My hands is up. Alchemy, okay? My hands is up. I'm asking the questions. It's just getting dropped. If it get dropped, I can't do nothing. I can't click it right now because it's too fast. Too much going on. I'm gonna mess up the whole chat. So I'm letting it flow. We letting this show flow. Damn the algorithm tonight. How about that? Damn the algorithm. Excuse me, mom, family, and everybody. I'm gonna get this out. Fuck shit, bitch ass. Fuck cum, cocksucking motherfucking tits. All that shit. Woo! The algorithm's done. Now you guys don't have to worry. I got it all out the way. Okay? So this YouTube video is not gonna get anything. I don't even care. Don't. But I see the calls coming. I gotta take you guys' calls right away. I am. Just let me get the last little spill out. Because I'm feeling a type of way. Especially with Team Executor being my folks. I had to think, do I put up a tutorial? Is my channel as popular as it is now? And yes, it's pretty popular. I hate to even say that because I feel like we haven't even reached halfway towards the damn ceiling. But it's okay. Pretty popular. So I put out a video saying, hey, this is how you do it. Am I right for that? What does that do for me as far as Team Executor? It don't sit right with me. So I didn't do that. I didn't sit here and put out a video. I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead, do the podcast, and I'm just going to talk about it. And I want to see what everybody else says. I want to see what features it is. Hell, I've been so busy, I haven't been able to even find out anything. So now as we go on, I would like to say, Alchemy, look, Alchemy Gaming say, so Alchemy's leaving. Oh, you definitely got to leave now. That kid just hurt. Yo, I'm saying, look, Alchemy Gaming, whatever they got going on in the chat, man, they flowing. The chat flowing. I'm letting the chat just flow. Okay, I drop a bomb for the chat. Letting them flow. Okay, I'm trying to let them go. Because the chat, if they want to say anything, they can say anything. I want this to be a place where you can say any damn thing you want. You know what? I'm about to have to go to calls. I'm going to have to go to calls. But what do you do if you're me? What do you do if you're me? Let's go ahead. We got to go right to calls. I can't even I don't even do shows like this where I just go straight to calls. Hold on a moment. Now, NickMoses05 Gaming Podcast. Who do I have on the line? Look, I don't even think they hear me. Hold on. Let me get you set up because I'm on the podcast right now. I know everyone hears me. But on the actual call, you probably don't hear me. I'm just, oh, man, it's rough. It's rough, man. Hold on. I got you. Let me get you here. Microphone. Can we get it right there? Okay, you with me? Let me just get my microphone. No, you good. I just got to get my microphone set up. It's all on me. You just stay there. Stay tuned. I got you. Okay, soon we're going to be working. I got to pull up the software. You know how that stuff go. Okay. Now, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay now? Yeah, see, there we go. I knew it was all on me. It was on my end. You know, getting the equipment set up. Rough day. NickMoses05 Gaming Podcast. Who do I got on the line? Michael. Whew, first of all, I want to thank you for calling today, dropping a bomb. But Michael, it is the day, man. And I want to first start because we're going to dive into it. Before I ask you any questions, Michael, is there anything you got to say first? You got the mic, you got the floor. Is there anything you want to say? I got some questions for you, but is there anything you want to say first? That's what I love. I love that. So, Michael, let me say, you're in my position. Now, hold on. They said no sound. Can you guys hear them? They said they can't hear you. Hold on. I want to get you on there, Mike. I want to make sure everybody can hear you just fine. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Work with me. I'm getting Michael right on here. Bam. There we go. Okay. Just work with me. We're going to do this. We're working through it. See, thank you for that, Michael. I appreciate it. You know, it's just all the stuff coming on. So let's see. Let's see if this works.
I hear you just fine.
Okay. Can you guys hear Michael now? So, Michael, go ahead and speak. Let's see if they can hear you.
Hello. Anybody hear me now?
Can anybody hear Mike now? I think you guys can hear Mike now.
Hey, somebody can hear me.
There we go. See? There you go. All right. See, I'm getting used to this. Now, I'm going to make another switch here. Hold on. I hope I don't. But I'm going to check. Mike, now give me another sound.
Joshua Drake's in the house.
There we go. Okay. I know we hear you, Mike. I can hear you just fine on the headset. Seems like everybody else out there can hear you just fine now. We're good. Michael, I'm glad I asked Michael, and I just go ahead and say, first of all, this is Michael on the line, guys. And you said, Michael, was it, Michael, we ain't even going to say last name. I don't even know. The way I'm feeling today, I don't even feel comfortable. Okay. But Michael, from my perspective, if SXOS 3.1.0 fully cracked, and let's say also I was given all the information to do a tutorial video, if you are in my shoes, do you do that tutorial video?
I would do that tutorial video on my own time just to see if it works, first of all. Because, you know, you just don't want to make a fool of yourself live, right?
Definitely don't want me fool of yourself. Now, I wouldn't be doing that live. Definitely would never do that because you will probably make a fool of yourself live. But shout out 1 second, Mike. I got it. Yeah, I got to throw that bomb for Joshua Drake, man. I got sounds and all that. I don't know how to work them all yet. But hey, Joshua Drake, shout out to you. Now, I asked that question because I feel like I'm in a position where sharing that may be of some concern. Everybody know I've had to smoke with Nintendo. I've had to smoke with YouTube, and you know, this would be technically sharing out piracy, okay? And not only just piracy. This is like double piracy, okay? Because you're pirating a pirating. You see what I mean? So, from my perspective, you know, I have said I don't know if it's comfortable to put up the video or not, and I'm glad to get your answer on that, Michael. Now, let's say this: are you an Atmosphere or SXOS user? Go ahead, Michael. Something you want to say?
One sec. I wouldn't advertise it, Nick. This is your podcast channel. This is your deal. If you got people uploading stuff to your channel, you're ultimately responsible. I can understand the zealous, but you know, here you are, or not here you are, but here somebody is uploading information on your channel which you could possibly get pinched for because you are still circumventing Nintendo's proprietary information. And as much as I hate to say that, because we all love the outcome.
No, I'll give you the smoke. That's what I need. I need to hear that smoke. Drop a bomb for you. I need to hear that smoke. So you saying pretty much, Nick,
I don't think you need to be sharing that information because it's your ass in the line.
That's what I'm talking about, Mike. That's what I'm talking about. Talk to me.
Whether it's real or not, or justified or not, it's your channel that's at stake.
You're not lying. You're not lying. It is my channel at stake. And you know, all of that definitely goes through my mind. Now, first of all, I want to say, as I'm giving this information, a lot of people don't know, but I do have a decent rapport with Team Executor. Okay? I go out, I reach out to them, I say, hey, what's going on? Even as I hear about this, I feel like, hey, I don't go out there and say, hey, so-and-so said this or so. I have my own personal relationships like anyone else does. But I will say, hey, I heard this. You know, is there anything you want me to say before I report? Is there anything that you know of extra? Anything that I can add? Any sazon I can put on this meat right now? Okay, and I check with them every time. And I did check on this. All right. But this is still new in the making. It's fresh. So what do you see happening of this crack in days to come? Do you see this being a primary method, a lot of users using this? Or do you see a bigger issue, people getting banned from SXOS, other licenses, Nintendo Switch is no longer working? What do you see as the end result of this?
Well, there was two things to that. I think somebody mentioned that it's got some sort of a bricking effect or whatever it's called if you use it. But then I guess the cracks got a little bit more refined and stuff. So I don't know. I think Alton is hanging on by, a pubic hair there. And, if it's cracked, then it's cracked. Unfortunately, it is what it is. And you know what? Maybe the scene wouldn't be so toxic. Maybe all these atmosphere guys would go, finally, now, hey, man, you're running an even playing field. And, maybe they leave the SXOS guys alone. I don't know. I'm really kind of hoping for that because, it's a toxic battleground for absolutely no reason. My wife tells me it's a bunch of men carrying about video games. They ain't Pablo Escobar with cocaine and $1 million. It's a video game. And she reminds me every day I mention something about it. It's like, man, oh man, I know she's right, but holy shit.
Now, you know what? I do think about that all the time. And I go, yo, this is a video game, man. It's just, and that's what makes you kind of lay back. And you go, oh, I don't really care. Who cares, right? I share it. But I've seen, Tom Dilts. I want to do a hashtag refund Tom Dilts. Okay, I've seen what happened to other people who have spoke out, who have said, hey, come get this, or I do this, and those people get taken down pretty quickly. My channel has had a couple times where it has got pulled, and you're right. My channel is the one on the line. So my first thought was, I'm not doing a video. I'm still on probation. Remind you, Michael, okay? I'm still on probation from having other videos taken. I said, I can't lose my channel. Podcast going great. We got everybody on the same page. This is not the time. Not doing a video. But the information comes so easily. And people, I haven't ever reached this point, Michael. So I'm glad you told me that. And that's what I need to hear, man. I'm glad you broke it down to me the real way. Now, Michael, if you're an Atmosphere user, do you use SXOS like hands down? Or is there a reason to stick around Atmosphere?
Absolutely. If I'm an Atmosphere user, I'm going to try SXOS because, that's my hated passion. That's apparently my lifelong goal, apparently, in all the Facebook forums, is to hate SXOS users. So, yeah, hell yeah, I'm going to try it out, see if it works. If it works, well, I'll pick between the two.
Killing it now. Michael, I really don't know. I'm still gonna do pretty much what you say. I'm not gonna be doing any videos for it. I don't really, want to do it, but I do know everything about it. From what I'm hearing, Michael, it's even to the point where people are saying you can hide or spoof fingerprints, where you could be hidden. Like, I'm hearing all types of stuff. So, Michael, if you can be hidden, let's say you're an SXOS user, and now you can be hidden. You can hide your fingerprint. You can do whatever you want. Do you see anyone paying for SXOS anymore from this point on?
No, I don't think. I think the time of paying for it is gone, with one exception, and only one exception. I don't know if anybody's noticed throughout the whole Nintendo Switch scene, but when Nintendo comes out with firmware, let's just say 4.0, and then SXOS or Team Executor comes out with a hack for it, then they come out with 4.2 and etc. Then Team Executor comes out with another hack. And if you've noticed this goes on. Firmware 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Team Executor comes back and answers with a hack. All of a sudden, we're at 11, and 3 guys go down for some huge, huge fines and jail time. And now there's no response. But then you don't see a response from a Nintendo increasing their firmware either. So I guess my point is, if the hack wasn't as publicized as what it is, then Nintendo probably wouldn't know about it as much as they do, because they do monitor these things, and that's why you probably got your hands slapped, and so on and so on. Does that make sense?
No, Michael, you dropping knowledge right now, man. I think it's deep. You're going right. You're right in the right spot too, because that's exactly how I feel. I feel like, I'm on eggshells when I drop these type of videos, man. If I drop a homebrew application or something, I feel great. I love those. You know what I mean? You're like, hey, everybody, check this out. This small guy ported this over or something. Somebody developed the application. Wonderful. It's the major updates for firmware that I'm sweating. I've seen big channels getting taken down, and I worry about that. Now, Michael, I appreciate your time. Before I let you go, any last words or anything you got to say to people?
Nick, man, I love your channel, and I need you to be as cautious as possible, because you don't need to be anybody else, letting anybody else do anything negative or derogatory to your channel, because you are the voice to the people. If there is no voice, people don't know. So be careful and don't post. I don't care if it's a rehack from 30 years ago. Don't post it. You know what I mean? You got to go look. You got to go looking for the information. I understand. You know what? Everyone wants to be spoon-fed these days. I got it. Hey, if you want to give it right to me, I'll take it too. You know what I mean? I don't mind working for it either. But don't do it on your channel where you end up losing out and you end up paying the price because of somebody else's irresponsibility.
Nice way. Now you go, brother. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I need. You're gonna have me clean up the chat after this. Maybe I have to go through and clean up some things. You know what I'm talking about? Just to make sure. You know what I mean? My man Michael, is always, I appreciate you. Talk to you later, my dude.
Thank you.
Damn, I missed a couple calls. I'm sorry. I know the calls are rolling in while I'm on there, and I don't want to cut them off. Okay, there we go. They're coming back. You know what I'm talking about? NickMoses05 podcast. Who do I have on the line?
What's up, Nick? It's Joe.
Oh, my man Joe. OG Joe, the man on the front lines. Joe, how are you doing this Easter Sunday?
I'm doing awesome. Just playing a little bit of The Last of Us Part 2 and, have people bombing my inbox about the SXOS being cracked.
Now we're going to drop a bomb for the SXOS being cracked. That's huge to the community. A lot of people, regardless good or bad, for some people, it's huge. Done another bomb for Joshua Drake, Joe. I got to. My man just gave another donation. He rocking it out here. Had to throw another one.
Awesome, Joshua Drake.
I got to throw 2 bombs. I don't want to, those bombs special. I got to save those. So, Joe, now I've been waiting to get you on. Joe, first, let me ask, have you tested this out at all?
Yes. As soon as the hack got released, I tested it immediately. I messaged you before I downloaded it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give it a test drive, and it works perfectly. I deleted my original boot.dat and my license.dat. I put on the hacked one, booted up. It says free license. I started up a newer game, and it boots right into the game. It's not an installed game. It's raw XCI loading. I have a lot of information about this if you want me to go over it.
Let's go. Go ahead. I need you to drop that for everybody listening.
Okay.
Go ahead and explain that so they can understand.
This is how the SXOS got cracked. First of all, I'm stealing a little bit of dead specimen on this, but I think this was an inside job.
Okay.
Because their encryption is very tight. You have to use Python. You need a donor key. So for someone to actually crack this, they would need a legitimate license file that was paid for. So you grab that and you crack it through that way. Then you change the algorithm. I mean, there's a lot to explain, so I can't really explain without, I'll be here all day. Yep. So basically you change the algorithm, you spoof the key, you're all set, ready to go. And here's the deal. You can't use an original boot.dat. You have to use the crack boot.dat, because from there, it converts it from a paid license to a free license, because in the Python code, instead of it saying paid license, when people's jipping people, buying, cracked keys, it just says free license. So that's how it works. I heard that the HD is not working on there, but I don't use the HD. I mostly use the switch for on the go. I heard people saying that 11.0.1 works with this crack. I cannot confirm this because my other switch is not with me at the moment, but when I get it, I'm going to try and see if it works.
Okay, nice. Now, I can't say I will be testing it later on. I'll see how it goes, and hopefully I got other Nintendo Switches. Worst case scenario, I got another Nintendo Switch. So Joe, now that we got that, you're killing it, Joe. So now I gotta get some more answers out of you. You're feeding people the perfect information they need to know. So for Atmosphere users, Joe, as being a person who has used Atmosphere and SXOS, do you see a reason for an Atmosphere user to stay using Atmosphere? Or if it's fully unlocked, if you can use SXOS, and let's say even if it had all its features, do you see Atmosphere users switching, or do you see them saying, hey, I like Atmosphere for whatever reason?
They'll switch over because they'll see how easy it is to use a game, especially with the repack games. Some people take the games, they combine the updates and the DLC, and they make their own custom XCI. What's great about SXOS is you can use custom XCIs. Atmosphere has kind of a hard time running them. You can get them to run, but it's too many problems. This is what I think it is. The SXOS was hacked on the inside job of one of the Team Executor members, because they can't sell it anymore. They're figuring, hey, if we were able to get back on the scene, people will use our products and say, wow, look how amazing this is compared to Atmosphere. I think later on down the road, we're going to get like a hybrid of like an SXOS and an Atmosphere, with Atmosphere loading the raw XCIs.
Okay, Joe. So, and you dropping knowledge to you here. I got to drop a bomb, but Joe, too. You're killing it right now. So, Joe, if let's say SXOS, fully cracked, has all the features, but being able to load XCIs from a hard drive. Okay, that's like the biggest features. One of the things everybody use. At that point, do you see Atmosphere users saying, hey, no point, that's the only reason? Or do you see them still leaving from Atmosphere, even not being able to load XCIs from the USB, just being able to, like you said, load those custom XCIs and other things? Do you see them still switching?
Yeah, I see them still switching, but they're not going to talk about it because SXOS, even now, I posted in the Nintendo Switch hacking forums, it's getting so much hate. Like, I had to delete comments. People are cursing left and right about SXOS. People are going to switch over to SXOS, but they're not going to give SXOS its props. Look, if you want a product that works 100% flawlessly, forgetting what happened with SXOS with the lawsuit, it's $40. It's $40 for a key, not even the price of one AAA game, and you have so much ease of use. People, there's so many cheap people out there. They call themselves hackers and modders. It's like, no, you're not. You're just a cheap little kid. Buy the products that work. Team Executor really started it out for everything with the Xbox, making all those hardwares and all those chips. Do the swap magic for the PlayStation. They've got some really smart people that work there, and everybody needs to get paid at the end of the day. I paid for that key back in 2018. And if they ever come up with another SXOS for maybe the Switch Pro or some other device, I'm going to pay for it because, they deserve the money. Now,
Ooh, Joe, man, you got it. I'm trying to feed the people, man. You're giving such good answers. I want to make sure the people understand the knowledge that you're dropping. So, do you see Team Executor making any more revenue off of the SXOS product?
No. When the new Switch comes out, they might go underneath a new name. This is what I'm thinking. They're letting it cracked. This hasn't been cracked. They've tried cracking it. Other teams have tried cracking it. It doesn't work. They tried making the counterfeit chips. It doesn't work. Someone on the inside did this just to get it out there. It says, hey, we can't do this anymore. They signed a judgment probably. Like, we can't mess with SXOS anymore. So we're just going to crack it under somebody anonymous. And they just released it.
Now, Joe,
it's got to be because they're smart.
Yeah, I agree. Now, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Michael. You're in my shoes. You're getting all this information. They're telling you everything. They're even giving you the info. They said, hey, man, SXOS works on the latest firmware. Here you go, Nick. This is how you do it, step by step. Love you, man. You keep doing your thing. As being someone who has the responsibility of posting a video, informing the people of what's going on, do you think, Joe, at that point, I should be sharing out the tutorial on how to do this? Or do you think I should just leave it alone and let everyone do their thing and stay off this one?
I think you should post a video because it shows what great products that Team Executor offers when it comes to hardware and software. Unfortunately, no one can buy the SXOS anymore because of everything they're going through. And I tell people all the time, use SXOS. With Atmosphere, I love Atmosphere. It helped out a lot of people, but Atmosphere, I see a lot of problems. You go to install a game and it deletes itself by itself. I'm not using any cheap hardware. I'm using the best cards I can get on the market. And it's just, Atmosphere is still in the development stages. SXOS is pretty much fully patented and, down, bolted down tightly. I've only had a couple of problems with SXOS. But with Atmosphere, I got to keep whatever games that are installed as a backup. Because once I install as NSP, sometimes they just delete themselves. You turn the system on, after an update, the software doesn't run. And it's just like, oh my God. Now, I'm grateful for Atmosphere and the people in the community, but it's just like, at the end of the day, you gotta pick a product, and if you want really high genuine quality of hacking gear, you're gonna go with Team Executor. Those are for professional hackers. Free stuff's kind of for amateur hackers,
And I said that. Now, you see, Paulo said a lot of guys from Executor will be mad at you, Nick. And that was a good thing. I'm glad he said that. Paulo, my man, I always mess his name. I just call it Paulo. My man, Big P.
They can't be mad at you because you've been representing SXOS since 2018 when I got on the scenes, on your channel. You paid for your key, I paid for my key. That's what it is. And if they can't deliver the product, it's kind of like, well, it's got to be cracked.
Joe dropping that bomb. I have been representing Team Executor for a long time, and you're right. I've been representing
them. This is the
them.
only channel that supports Team Executor. There's so much hate for Team Executor. And it's a great product. The reason why there's so much hate, they don't want to pay for it. They don't want to pay the $50 for the key. Hell, I'd pay $100 for this. It's a great software. It's about supporting the developers.
Now, Joe, I'm glad, Joe, you kicked that knowledge. I'm glad you dropped that to them because that's what they needed to hear. They needed to hear how long I've been representing. But, Joe, since I got you, you're my brother from another mother, I'm going to tell it to you how it is for me, okay? I'm thinking, like, damn, I want to do this video bad, man. I want to do the video bad. Thing stopping me is that the licensed server is still up, which means, technically, Team Executor can still sell their product. If it's still out there, they can still make money. I technically could be stopping Team Executor from making money. So I do understand Paulo's point, but Joe, I can't disagree with your point. It's no way I could disagree with your point. I was there. You're right. I was representing since way back, since the beginning. The product wasn't even out yet. I pre-ordered. I was telling people pre-order.
Yeah, I remember that. I pre-ordered on Mod Chips USA.
Yeah, I was preaching Mod Chips USA back. Yo, so I've been representing them, and I agree. It's no way I think you should be able to just say, hey, Nick, no, we're mad at you. I understand, but that's going to be some heavy thought on that. I'm going to take heavy thought. Now, Joe, I had some other calls as well. Joe, you're dropping knowledge, man. I almost, I don't even want to let you go, Joe. Some other people call. But, Joe, any last words you got to say before you're out?
Real quick, with using the SXOS, delete all your original files and copy and paste all your new files over, and you won't have any red error codes. Like and subscribe, NickMoses05, and we'll catch you in Facebook. Come over on Facebook. I'm doing a lot of videos on there.
Joe killing it on the Facebook, man, every day. Joe, love you, man. Talk to you later, my dude.
All right, talk to you later, buddy. Happy Easter.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Now, let's get to it because I missed so many calls. I apologize, guys. NickMoses05 Gaming Podcast. Who do I have on the line today?
Holla at your boy.
Oh, let's drop a bomb. Becoming undone. Man, I'm so glad you're here. My dude, you ain't even had to speak. Okay? How you doing today?
Oh, man, it's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful neighborhood, man.
Beautiful day. Beautiful. Now, I gotta ask you, these a lot of the same questions that I was posing to Joe. Being in this debacle that I'm in of being the man that's getting sent all this info and saying, like, you know what, do I report the info to the people? That's because when I first started this, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really know anybody from Team Executor. I didn't really know anybody. I didn't know, I had a couple subscribers, couple OGs, and I was putting up videos. I wasn't looking for no help, no handouts, nothing. But now I do have people from Team Executor who do show me love, show me good love. Okay, I can't even hate on that. So, becoming undone, if you are me, do you put up a tutorial video of how to run SXOS 3.1.0 on 11.0.1?
What is it that is your passion? What is it that you started out to do?
Drop a bomb.
Yeah.
Drop a bomb.
I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or anything myself, but it's what drives you. That's what you came here to do. You came here to make the videos. I mean, I'm sorry you got to cross the lines. You got to make it, man. That's what you're here. That's what they're all about. You're dropping Wii videos. You're dropping Xbox. You're dropping the PlayStation 3, the Switches now. I mean, you can't stop it.
Nah,
that's what you're here for.
You kicking knowledge, man. You kicking knowledge, because that is true. When I started this, it was, I don't care what it is. I'm getting the information out to as many people as I can, and I can help out as many people as I can. That was the original goal, and it wasn't, am I going to be friends? Do I have personal relationship? None of that even mattered when I started. And now it's coming to the point where it's like, what do you do? And I love to hear that from you. So now I got another question. So if you are let's say a strong Atmosphere user, is there any reason to stay on Atmosphere right now?
I mean, I guess I could go with the 1% and say loyalty, but I'm an SX user for life, man. I mean, you got the ease of access. I mean, Joe has said it over and over. I mean, it's a broken record. I mean, I don't know what we have to show Atmos users. I mean, it's so many extra steps they have to take. It's so much bull crap they have to put up with. I mean, the writing's on the wall. I mean, I don't know what to tell them. I mean, you're beating a dead horse.
You're right, man. And shout out DJ Gates, man. I be people all over. I be so glad when people tune in. You be like, man, I remember from way back. So nonetheless, now becoming undone, man, because this is something as being older. We're taken to. And that's why Joe, I'm glad to have Joe on the line. People who are older, we tend to be using our brains more. We think wise. We make wise decisions. And what you said is go with your passion, your heart. Now, if that video I put up stops Team Executor, let's just say the video I put up stops Team Executor from making some sort of revenue, should it matter at that point?
No, I mean, they've been basically, as the saying goes, they've been ripping off Nintendo. So, I mean, they've been taking from one man and lining their pockets. So I mean, in all honesty, you're not lining your pocket with any of this.
Talk to him.
And if it's not you, somebody else gonna take this free stuff and they gonna try to relabel it and try to line their pockets. All you doing is passing on free knowledge. What others do with it is their own thing. You put your disclaimer there, and if they dumb enough to do it or smart enough to make some money, more power to them.
Oh man, you are killing it, my dude. Now, whoever, I see a couple numbers calling in. I'm gonna get to callers. I'm trying to. I also see other numbers, new numbers, 917s and all that. I see you. I'm gonna get to you. Now, you're killing it, man. Cause right now, you're building me up. It's like you're the coach and you give me that prep talk, and I'm about to step in the game. I'm feeling it right now. It ain't nothing I can say to you that you ain't just hyping me up.
You Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I ain't got to say much.
That's how you making me feel. I feel like, you know what? It's kind of, I'm going to just do what I do. And I don't care. I just do what I do. I'm me. I am who I am. And that's what I was going to do. And only thing that stops me is, like I mentioned, the activation server being up. That means, and I don't know if there is any SXOS licenses around. From what I'm hearing, people say it ain't none. But there's still people saying you could buy, and I think that was somebody mentioned before, you could buy an SX Pro, which technically has an SXOS license on it. So they could still be activated. I feel like I might be taking money away. And you're right. Nintendo, they stiffen it to Nintendo as well. Pow! All the money why are you mad? Nick, you part of this. You part of this thing. Just jump in it. So I needed to hear all that from you. Now, is there anything that you've heard about this outside of what we spoke about today? Is there any info you had? Or what do you hear about this right now? Do you hear people using it, or is there anything specific you know about it?
Right now, I hear that a lot of people are very, very cautious with it because of the old thing with the brick code. So they're being very, very cautious with it, especially, fiddling around with the features and stuff. If they even install it, they're being very cautious with it. Just for number one, the old brick code, the rumor of the brick code still being there, or a possibility of them putting some type of virus or malicious software in with it. I don't know if anybody has actually reported that being there yet. That's just what I've heard through the grapevine. I haven't even had time to mess with it myself, to be honest. So I don't have any firsthand information as far as messing with it. I know our man G.I. Joe, he's holding it down. He's always messing with stuff. So, he's definitely going to be the go-to on all that.
Oh, yeah, Joe's going to be frontline, man, testing it. And I'm going to check out with Joe. That's why I'm going to speak with Joe, and we're going to see. Because Joe's always, like he said, he doesn't have it right now, but he'll be testing. I'm going to test out as well. I'm curious at how this works, and I'm curious if it works with all the features. Now, with the Team Executor having this activation service, let's say this license server, one thing Joe mentioned is you have to have a valid SXOS license. Do you see that the possibility, I'm not sure how this works, but a license being banned or Team Executor being able to stop this at all? Do you see any possibility of Team Executor stopping this altogether?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're the ones who basically bake the cake, so to speak. They're the ones that put all the ingredients together. They're the ones that brought us the hack. I mean, they're the creators of it all. So they can devise another way of putting a license on there and a way of activation. I mean, you think about the things we have to do for security on our end, two-factor authentication. There's key rings and dongles, for games like Final Fantasy VII and crap like that. So, I mean, there's a couple of different ways that they could go from here on out and could tweak SXOX. And so for I'm the bestest, best or whatever, I'm calling you out. You saying SX is dead? Nah. I mean, the Phoenix is going to rise from the ashes. If they go down, they go come back. They're not going to be Team X. They're going to rebrand. They're going to rename. They're going to recoup. And, you know, I'm going to tell it like it is. Whatever it is, they're going to be. I'm going to go back them up. I paid my money like Joe did. Ease of access, man. I mean, why go through all the other bullshit? I'm going to cut people out.
Nah, you killing it, man. You killing it. I can't say. You saying everything, man, perfect. If I had to go into the game right now and I had to hit the game winner, I'm not missing. I'm not missing. You dropping the knowledge right now, and it's true. And a lot of people probably listen. You know, you get a lot of atmosphere users who probably just can't stand Team Executor for the simple fact of the XCI loading. They go, yo, you stole that. You stole that from Nintendo. You're not even supposed to have that. So there's people who just say, I don't like it. Do you see atmosphere users using that as an excuse now? Or do you see them saying, hell, I don't care. I'm jumping on the bandwagon. SXOS, baby.
Well, I hope they go and raise their IQ up a couple points and get on the greatest bandwagon that's ever been. I mean, they need to make hacking great again and get on SXOX. And I want to say one thing to Squire Sim. Damn you, Squire Sim. You're the reason we got this crack. I told y'all look out for April the 1st, and you screwed up all my stuff and waited one more day.
You are absolutely right. I do remember you stating the date April 1st. You're right, April 2nd. Wow, isn't that something? One day off. So you calling it. You almost just as bad as Dead Specimen now. Just calling it. Way in advance, too. So I'm going to give you that one. Now, as always, going through the calls, trying to get through as many as I can. My man, you've been holding down the whole segment. I ain't even have to say much. Any last words you got to say before you out?
Much love from my brother from another mother, Nick Mo. Everybody remember, bring in your tithes, your food stamps, your lunch money, the cash money, Nick.
My man. You know I'm going to be hollering at you, my dude, as always, man.
Later.
NickMoses05 podcast. Who do I have on the line?
You have Sage McKenzie on the line right now.
Oh, Sage, drop a bomb for you. I got to give you a bomb, Sage. Man,
hey, yo.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
Good, man. I'm chilling, man. You know, I'm sitting on these two switches, you know, not updating them, but I still have one that's on original firmware. And I'm just buying the games that I know that I wanted to buy anyway. You know what I mean?
Talk. Now, Sage, I'm going to ask the same thing I said to everybody else. I know you're going to hit me the real. That's why I'm glad.
What I did was I dumped them, and I'm just waiting. Right. You know what I mean? Nice. That's what we're doing right now.
Okay. So for me, right now, if you in my seat, you got all the info. It's like your people's over there, but somebody fed you all the info. They said, yo, this is how it works. This is how you do it. This is how, tell everybody, man. And I got the decision right now to put out a video and share something that might stop the dollars of Team Executor at some point. Do I put up the video?
All right. So, I've been following you for a couple of years now.
Talk to him.
And you're usually you're always the first person on something that's happening. You know what I mean? In regards to sharing, the information that you just received, I would sit on that. I would sit on that, and I would and one main reason is because you have always shown Team X love. So I'm sure that when they do, which they will, come out in some way, shape, form, or fashion, they will reach out to you and give you the official way for us to move forward with their product.
You dropping it now. That's exactly what I'd be thinking. So I say, what?
You're a smart man. Come on.
Yeah, the activation server up. So I say the activation server up, which means technically they could still make $1. So if I put it out, and if the activation server go down, cool. If it's down for good, then hey, all bets off. You know what I'm saying? You can't even do nothing. Now nobody can use it unless we do this. So that's different. But this activation server is up. They making $1, and I technically will be taking money out of their pockets. I do look at it like that. Now, it's not like I'm getting all those dollars. YouTube probably taking 90% of the algorithm. So it's not like I'm even doing it for much. I'm doing it for the love, though. I'm doing it for my people, my subscribers, and the culture. There we go. I'm doing it for the culture. Okay, and I just watched Rap Battle yesterday, and that's what, man, it was all for the culture. You know what I mean? They came out, they represented for the culture. That's how I feel right now. Like I'm representing for the culture, but at the same time, I got people who got my back. They like, yo, we gonna put you in the VIP, man. I'm in the VIP. A lot of people don't know that. And Team Executors, any group they have, I'm in the VIP. And people got to do different things. Some people got to pay to be in there. Some people got to develop things. Some people know I'm in the VIP. So you're right. I do got a good rapport with them.
As a man with that type of reach and influence, you don't want to ruffle any feathers. You know what I mean? Because this ain't going to be the last hack. And let's keep it real. We're almost at the EOL of those, switches that are able to be hacked anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
Then we're going to move on to new hardware soon. So you definitely want to be in the mix when something comes out for new hardware. You know what I mean?
Nah, you is preaching right now. So now that we got that out the way, because you killed it. I can't say nothing else about that. So for these Atmosphere users, a lot of users using Atmosphere. Well, myself, I got to switch over there with Atmosphere on it now. Is there a reason to still use that, or is it now no reason to be using Atmosphere if SXOS wide open?
There's going to be a couple of people that are, they're going to be curious, of course, but I'm more than sure that at least, I'm going to say 70% of Atmosphere users are pretty much, they're set in their ways. They don't like SXOS as it is because they feel, the stolen code and the XCI stuff. But, you know what I mean? It's whatever floats your boat. You like Atmosphere, cool. You know what I mean? If it works for you, if you like it, I love it. I personally do not like it. I personally will not be using it. I will also be waiting in the wings for something else to happen. Because again, we're at EOL. We're almost at EOL for for Hack 001 and the second revision, the Maricos. It's gonna open up for those. You know what I mean? So just be patient. There's really probably a handful of games that's coming out that you're gonna really want, and to be honest, go purchase it. Support the devs. You know what I mean? No. You've been eating for a long time, gentlemen.
You're right.
Sometimes we got to give back. When we have to. That's how we keep this market alive. This video game hobby that we love so much.
You man, what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That's how I felt when I purchased SXOS. That's how I felt when I was telling people to pre-order. I'm like, yo, if we put more money in them, hell, the mod chip might come out. You know what I mean? Something else might drop. I gotta keep dropping it, and it did. It came out.
I remember when you put the preview video up. I was like, I don't.
The preview. I had it early. I remember when I got it. I said, I got the exclusive. They put me. I didn't even have to do anything extra for that. It was just like, yo, we need you in that. I could tear that whole relationship up for a video, and I'm with you.
It's not worth it.
I'm not. It's not worth it to me. I haven't done it. That's why I'm telling everybody. It's
you have you have the Discord, and so if there's anybody, I guess that would like to reach out to you or Joe or in the Discord, and they want to help them do it, and I guess that's one route to go about it. But as far as putting it out there, let the genie out the bottle, I would definitely think to maybe hold off a bit on that. Just let it marinate for a bit, because ultimately there will be something coming along the lines. This is how it goes. We've been doing this for a long time, man.
You're right.
I'm 40 years old, so I know.
Yo, you said it best, because you're right. We're coming on the end of life, just like everybody remembers when the Xbox 360. I remember when that came to the end. I remember when the original Xbox came to the end. The PlayStation 2, you're right. It all comes to an end, and we're getting close. We ain't that far away, because Switch Pro.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming, man. So
it's coming.
I don't really know, but I'm glad you hit me with that knowledge, man. I need it. And I've got a mixed review of opinions. That's what I needed. And you're right. You get some that say, like you said, do it for the culture, man. Just drop the whole album. Don't charge nobody for nothing. Let the record label suffer, and you just make your money, Nick. You know, that's how it kind of feels. And I'm like, you know what? Nah, because you know what? The record label, I might need the record label.
That's
you know?
right.
I might need them. I don't know. Right now,
I don't.
There
might be something going on with the Switch Pro. And maybe you might be the first guy to get that. And you know, I'm tuning in.
We don't know. So I'm trying not. And you're right. Every time I get the exclusives, they say drop it. They say drop it. I'm dropping it. But if they saying, I've asked them to, before I even went live, I messaged. I said, yo, I'm hearing things. I'm getting message things. What do you want me to say or do before I go live? And one thing they said is, hey, man, piracy is piracy, but, you know, everybody do things at their own leisure. I let that know. That's a sign to me, like, Nick, do what you do, but, hey, we watching. Okay? So I'm going to do what I do.
You got your base anyway. We here to support you. You know, we love what you're doing over here.
I appreciate that,
You're never going to lose us. That's a fact.
That. Man, I got you. And I got y'all, man. I'm holding it down. And we're going to take this thing to about 10K soon. I'm trying to grow this thing crazy.
I can't wait.
Yeah, so we can get something else. Maybe shows get together. You know, I'm trying to grow it. Trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're growing. So, my man, everybody are getting around the same time, trying to get as many calls as I can. But Sage, I'm glad you called it. I don't get you. You know, I know you out there, like you said, when you get older, you got things going on. Yeah, you got things going. I already know. You ain't got to tell me. I know how it go. So I'm glad that you tuned in. Any last words you got to say for your album, man?
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to speak to you, Nick. You're amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? The culture, we need you. Make sure that you never stop rocking on these YouTube streets.
Man,
and if y'all know what it is, make sure you subscribed. If you out there, if you haven't hit that like button, you a sucker. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? This is Sage McKenzie from New York City. You know what I'm saying? That's NickMoses05. Holla at me.
My man, I'ma holla at you, my dude.
You already know I'm still here, Nick. Peace,
man.
Brother.
Holla, man. Oh, man, y'all killing it today. So, I let that out. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying my private conversations that I be having. Okay, but I had to get that out there because I did ask. Before I went live, I gave the chance. And I really didn't get an answer of what to do or what to say. So, when somebody does that, it's usually like, do whatever you want. And when you get those times in your life, you got choices. Life is full of choices. And people think it's just, you know, it's destiny, but your choices define your destiny. Your choices. I got a choice. I got this information handcrafted to me. When I say handcrafted, I mean there's a step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Go here to get this. Go here to do that. Do this to do. It's all handcrafted. I literally just have to go bam, bam, video. But damn what we do. Now, as far as this, you see, does the crack need a mod chip still? You got Chrome out there. And you know, let's talk about this. I have not heard of anyone using an SXOS crack on any of the Mariko units. Does it work on any of the Mariko units? It seems like I think it's the Arista that are the older models. And again, flying off the top here. Okay, like I said, been doing this a long time. We got a lot. But can we say it works with the Mariko? Does it work with mod chips? Because if it does not, then I really feel weird about putting up the video. Now when they got a whole section of, you know, it's weird. And I'm glad my man dropped that. I'm glad I got, you know, Becoming a Done saying, yo, that's what you did it for. And he right. And you know what's so crazy? And I'm glad he said that. People do not understand when you start YouTube, 80% of the people who start journeys on YouTube, they end their channels or fail before they hit 1,000 subscribers. 80%, major number. Okay, that is a major number, 80%. And who knows between the other 20% how far they go. But 80% stop at 1,000. I'm at 2,500. Okay, so I'm not stopping. I'm in this journey for the long haul. I don't want to have my channel get taken down. I don't want to have relationships broken. I only want to grow the channel the best way forward to provide the best content for everyone there. I don't want to damage my relationship with Team Executor. I don't. It's like my homie. I don't want to damage the friendship with my friend just for the views. You know, there was a famous rapper that said, what do they do for views? You see what they do for views? I don't know if I should be that. On the other hand, there's what Joshua Drake is telling me. That's what Joe's telling me. They saying, yo, you was doing this from the beginning, man. You didn't have anybody. You was taking the information and just reporting it. Okay? You was doing it for the love of your subscribers. As my man Sage said, for the culture. I was doing it for the culture. Now, I don't know. So, guys, I got to be out. We're ending it early today. We're not doing a live stream. It's Easter Sunday. Hell, I wasn't even supposed to be on after the 2 flat tires. But we got the show. Everybody, tune in. I will still be doing the interview. Okay? I have spoken with them. I will have the date coming out soon. What I would do is put out an announcement for the date that I would like to do this. I would like to ask questions in regards to this crack. I want some answers for this. How did it get out? Why do you think it got out? Who do you think leaked it? Did someone just figure it out? What the hell happened? I need those answers. So that interview is coming. Everybody, as always, Joshua Drake, Joe, shout out, Crom, Sage, Chelsea's World, Andrea, Red Ghost, I see you up in there. Shout out, Red Ghost. Elusive Arson, shout out you. I'm the Beast, shout out you. G City up top boss. What is going on? It's just a lot of people. I did get a chance to say, you know, that's Sage, Paulo, all you folks. I don't know who I left out. Marcus, what's going on in the building? But guys, I love you guys. Stay tuned. I do have videos, but I'm not going to be doing that video right away. Okay, I need to speak with somebody. I need an okay. Can I get an okay on that, TX? Call me. Holla at your boy.